Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody on TikTok. We are going live. How you all doing today? I know that back in America it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm here in Africa and I'm in Kenya, Africa. And I know I'm not at the regular time because I am overseas, but I want to say thank everybody because y'all watching this afterwards that's coming back into the feed. Don't leave home without it, always. But first, let us pray. Creator of all things known and unknown, the one living God, I love you, I thank you. We, humanity, need you more than ever. We, humanity, also include mankind in this prayer. Creator, can you please put your loving arms around all of us? Keep all of us. Send your love, your guidance. Send what we need because time is crucial. There are things that are going on. Yes, you're Alpha and Omega. You're the first, you're the last. You know where it is going. But it's also written in your book. And you said, for man's sake, for humanity, that you will cut the time period short and come back to give us what we need. That is my prayer, Creator. We need you more. Your presence. I love you. I honor you. I surrender all of me to you. Well, I just got finished doing for prayer. But actually it's supposed to be with prayer. But my spirit said for prayer. I was praying for humanity. And I was explaining how humanity lost the battle at Babel. So I'm here in Africa right now. Excuse me, I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm here in Africa right now, and I'm not getting the news. My partner, my traveling partner, I call him partner, ain't no Diddy here, but he's my traveling partner. He keeps up on his laptop computer of what's going on. And the last thing he told me was that our president, you might hear me talk rough about America and the United States, but it is my country and I love my country. And one thing my country says that every citizen has freedom of speech. That's how this country was formed, because the people says they are not going to serve any country and pay taxes without a voice. So our country is formed and says every citizen has the right to speak. So I am utilizing my right as a citizen in respect to all who lost their life fighting for me to have that right. So I am going to voice my opinion. So New York, my traveling partner, that's what we call him, he keeps tabs on what's going on. The last time I spoke, and he spoke to me about what was going on, our president, President Trump, said that he gave Israel to go. Then he said, I'm not going to give my full decision. I'm going to give Iran a chance to comply 2 weeks. Within 7 to 8 hours after that, they attacked. I always said, check your history. America talk with a forky tongue. This is the same thing that America did to the Native Americans, to the people when they came to this land we call America. That is their history. America history is killing and destroying. America history has been nothing but killing and destroying. People of America, one question. Thank you, Creator. See, I was going to go another way. But the Creator says, let's not have no argument. Let's not have no conspiracy theories. I have to say it in a way to you right now that you can understand. That's undeniable. And I have a question for all of us. How much blood do we have in our hands? How much blood do we have over our bodies? How much blood that we have in our existence as a country, corporation, or whatever America is? What is our body count? And why? We are Americans. Are we fighting for our way of life? And if that's what we are fighting, please tell me, the average citizen of America, what is the definition of our way of life? That's about 4 or 5 different topics in there. But let me stay on the body count that we have. And I'm just talking not the whole continent of America. Let me just deal with the United States of America. America. In the slave trade to America. Your books that you told me, your books says 11 million slaves reach the Americas. 11 million. Your books told me only 10% survive the journey. Do the math. If only 10% survived the journey to the Americas, that means 111 million human beings boarded ships. Me personally, I said the slave trade was a farce. It was planned genocide. I say it again. They said it was a slave trade. But it was actually genocide because black people, me, you, was already in the Americas way before Columbus got there. If we were in the Americas before Columbus, we was here before they even thought of the slave trade. Columbus got to America where? 1600, maybe? I'm not too sure of the dates, but in the 1600s. But the African king came to America in the 1300s. He sent 400 ships from Africa to the Americas in the 1300s. When Columbus, the Portuguese, and the Spanish came to America to steal the gold, they found black people and other peoples here. The people told them that black people came with gold and gave them golden arrow tips and silver and metal weapons. So, America have their blood on their hands. The foundation. In this country which we call America, it was already had people. People was all over this land. Our history books told us about the Marcheteers, but it never told us the number that it was left out. But it also told us how they gave the people blankets with smallpox in it. Now, America came to kill and destroy. The book says a thief come at night only to do these things, to kill, destroy, and take what you have. A thief. This is my version of the Bible. We all have a version of the Bible. It says a thief comes at night to steal, kill, and destroy. Question. I'm going to ask you all a question. What time it was in Iran when America and Israel dropped their bombs in Iran? What time was it when America dropped its bombs in Iran? What time was it when we was in Iraq that we started dropping our bombs in Iraq? A thief comes at night to steal, to kill, and destroy. All you people who say that you are Christians, all you people, I don't know what they call themselves, all in the Midwest, down south, down South America, not South America, the southern states of America. They jump up and down and say they're fundamental Christians. What time do a thief come to steal, kill, and destroy? My question is, how much blood do America have on her hands? Who is America? So America, I'm coming up their blood for y'all to understand. Went through this whole, what we call the continental of America, the United States, killing the indigenous people. The majority of the Indian tribes was people of color. They was wiped out of history. You only hear about 4 or 5 tribes, and in those tribes, you will find those people in those tribes that are still alive today. Their blood is more than 50% European. I said it. In America today, to be considered a Native American, how pure is their blood to that calling? Look at the leaders of the so-called Native American Indians. Look in their face and tell me who and what they look like. Right now in America, supposedly our population is over 300 million. So it is fair to say, once again, America killed over 100 million lives possessing what we call the United States of America. Just in possession. I'm not talking about continuing from then to here the body count. Taken from the Honorable Elijah, no, not Elijah, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. Do you know, that's his favorite line when I watch him. So I'm just taking that line from him right now. Do you know there is 365 days a year? And 355 days in a calendar, in this last calendar year, our police department has killed at least one person. So out of a 365 day year, the police have killed one person a day for 355 of those days. And it's only going to get worse. So now, America have the base, 200 mil people killed. Let's keep on moving. World War II. What's the body count of lives? I left off the Civil War, the Spanish War, the Mexican War. What's the body count? I said to you all in my subjects here, Japan owes us 2. Don't think that Japan is not waiting for their opportunity. We, America, we, human beings, if somebody do us something, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Do you really believe today in Japan they still feel the 2 bombs? You know that I tell you that I travel the world. This is my 5th time around the world. I spent time in Japan. I felt what America did to Japan, and I'm not even Japanese. I was just a visitor there in that country. I told you, and you say, oh, Mr. Nobody. Victor, how did you feel it? I'm going to tell you how I felt it. When I was in Japan, me in New York was traveling around. We wanted to see the sights. So we took their public transportation. We took their train, subway system. How that make you feel the pain? Because for us to get on their railway system, we went down and down and down in the ground. More than 200 feet down. When we got down, we went down the escalator. Ain't no little escalator. The escalators were like that. We went down. Then we went around, and then we went down again. And then we went down again. And when we got down there, it was not no platform. It was big open spaces. Of stores. There was places of their history. I was making a joke. We was down there, they had the Buddhas and they had all that stuff. They had so much gold down there in display. And I said to this has never happened in America because there's some way that you know how we are in America. We're thieves. There's no way that we're going to have all that gold just there and we don't want to take it and own it and possess it for ourselves. But their culture's different. Because if you go mess with that stuff, the people itself will kill you because they talk in one language. They're like this. But the Creator opened up my understanding. The Creator opened up my eyes to see that their subway system is their bomb shelters. They learned from their last. And they made sure they prepared for the future. So next time you go to bomb Japan, the people have a place to go. Down in this subway system, and down there where it is so open, they have the stuff that they need to survive. They have water, they have food, they have space. It's not an accident. How much blood do America have? So you got World War II, you got Japan. We have all these little wars. America. We can't fix the water in Flint, Michigan. But we have over 110 military bases in Africa alone. In Africa only have 54 countries. We have bases. Every single place America goes, it has a army base. Every single little war that they got one in Vietnam. And we lost that war. What benefits the American people is getting out of that? We work to make money for a war machine where we don't get no other benefit than 2, 3, 4 weeks vacation once a year. That's it. What you talking about, Victor? My fellow Americans, let's be truthful. You born, you go to school for education that is worth absolutely nothing. There is no benefit in that so-called education. And for you fellow Americans that is white, you go to school for education that ain't worth nothing, and before day one, the day that you graduate, sorry about that, you are already $500,000 in debt. Think, think, think. Think about it. Don't be mad at me. You work. You claim that you're making money that you put in IRAs, even retirement fund. You get a mortgage, you get a house that you don't own. Read your mortgage. You're not listed as the owner. We live in the Commonwealth. You know what that means? You cannot own the land. You own the privilege to occupy that land for a short amount of time, but you don't own it. It is not yours. But you pay taxes on it. Don't believe me? Let's look at it. Body count. We have gone into countries and killed. You know, when they talk about Africa, and they talk about the Berlin Conference, they teach us that it was the European countries got together to chop up Africa. But what they did not say, or I missed it, I didn't hear it, besides the European countries, there were two more countries there in Berlin. I just learned that now when I'm in Kenya and I went into their history. Of course, you know who the other two countries were. One of them is obvious. America was there in Berlin. And Turkey. It was the 8 European countries plus 2 other countries. America moved as a thief. She didn't go there outright. She funded and she stayed in the shadows because a thief moves in the shadows. It moves at night. And a thief only comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So what is America body count? America, my country I love, gave Israel the nuclear weapon, gave Palestine its nuclear weapon. Not Palestine, excuse me, not Palestine. I forgot the name of the country, but it started with a P too. It's over there. They have a nuclear weapon they got from the United States. Let me get back on point. That messed me up a little bit. But the name of the country will come to me as I speak. But America has a body count that is beyond imaginable. America gave all of Israel their weapons. What they have done to the Palestinian people, that body count belongs to America. People in America, we have no idea of the price we have to pay for all the misdoings that is going on. We have to pray to the Creator. I didn't know. Creator, I had no idea. Yes, I am an American citizen. Yes, I love this country. But the leadership is not us. It's not us, Creator. The leadership is not us. The Democrats is not us. They're not us. Our minds is corrupted, Creator. Yes, you gave us the ability of freedom of choice. You gave us the ability to think. But powers beyond our understanding and capability is attacking us. You know who we are. You know why we are in the way we are. It only takes 3 generations to make a lie the truth. It only takes 3 generations to make a lie into our collective reality. I'm going to say it again because I want you all to understand. It only takes 3 generations to make a lie a reality. Question: what did America do to the slaves that reached from Africa to America. They made them stop using their natural language. They separated the kids from their parents, made them into learning their story. It made lies their reality. Oh, what you talking about? All right, forget that. The Native Americans that was here, what did they do? They kill off the mothers. They kill off the fathers and took the kids, cut their hair, put them in school and taught them a new history. So-called, just read, just look in American history. Read what they have done. But not only read, understanding what they done and why they did it. And then apply it to you and your understanding. There's a price that has to be paid. There's a price that has to be paid. And our prayer is, Creator, come. Come. Creator, come now. Creator, come now. You know you're Alpha and you're Omega. You know. Come into our personal realities. Come and reset for the last time. Because we know that humanity been reset eight different times that we know of. It could be more. Facebook, I'm sorry. You keep on sliding. I don't know how I can keep this up. We know. We know. It says in the book, the Christian family, they don't know because this particular book that I have here are the missing books that's not in your Bible. But it says that all life, all human life that walking on the earth shall die, should be wiped out. It says that all life, human and not human, but all life that is in the ground will be wiped out. Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, all these people are building all these cities under the ground. You all better read the book. Because going underneath the ground is not going to save you. Because the book says Think about this. The writers in the scrolls that is written in these books already talk about life that in the earth. The rapture is a made-up story. In the 1800s, it's made up. But it says that God is coming down and calling what? Everybody up that's on the land, that's in the sea, that's in the earth. And this from the 1800s. He's coming down to raise people up from where? The earth. The sea and in the earth. We know that they have cities in the sea. We know that they have cities in the earth, and there is all forms of life living in the earth. Russia drilled into the earth 2 miles down, brought up the bit, dropped down the microphone, and they heard cries from people, human life voices, 2 miles down. What this got to do with the body count of America? Absolutely nothing. But it got to do with the time that we are living in now. We are going to war. For what? Who are we to tell another man what he can do or not do in his own house? Why are we worried about another man if our body count is not what it is? You only worry about somebody doing you something when you have done something to somebody. You only worry, look over your shoulder when you fearful because of what you have done. I'm going to end this right now. Like I said, I am sharing space with somebody and I have to be mindful of them. I appreciate New York for allowing me to have this time so I could come to you all. But be aware, because I said all of you that are in America who is living in a major city, you're there for sacrifice. You are the first to be killed and wiped out of existence. Think, think, think. All it takes to wipe out a American city, every major American city in America, All it takes to wipe you out of existence is to turn off the electricity, and nature will take its course. I say it once again. Every major city in America is a holding tank. You will pay the price of the blood America has. Because America herself will turn off the electricity, which means no money, no food, no clean water, nothing but nature of survival will kick in, and death. Why you think that FEMA already have 30 million caskets, and each casket could hold 10 to 15 bodies? I'll see you all next week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. I'll see you all next week.